you were talking about missing that role model, like not having that person to. How important is it to be one of those people for other people? But I'd love to know your advice for people who can't find somebody who they feel fits the remit for them, the role model for them.
Yeah. I'll share with you this story. You heard earlier that I was athlete of the year. I played every sport, soccer, track and field, badminton, volleyball. I love sports. The only sport I never played, Jordan, was the sport called golf. Even though I worked on a golf course and could have access to free golf. The only time I really wanted to play golf was 20 years later after I had worked there in 1997 when I saw Tiger Woods win the Masters. When he won the Masters, I'm like, oh my gosh, I got to try this. And I got golf clubs for my birthday, for my Christmas, for like anniversary. And I became addicted to golf. Nobody said to me, hey, you brown guy working here, raking the sand pits and mowing the grass, stay away, you're not allowed. Lots of people invited me. But for some reason, I limited myself. I said I wasn't good enough, or no, we don't play golf. And so we don't even recognize when we're in positions that if we don't see somebody that looks like us, how much we hold ourselves back. And so that's a big segue to say how important it is. And so the thing is then, okay, you got to find somebody, and you're not going to come by accident. You got to be willing to put yourself out there and risk and say, I am looking for a mentor. Would you be willing to meet with me once a month, once every 2 weeks? And the thing is that's really important is when you're looking for a role model and mentor, you have to ask, but you have to go prepared. Here's what I would like to talk about today. Here's what I'm looking for. Hey, I'm just really interested in how to become a president. Here I am, a vice president. When I was at just not so long ago, I have a mentor that's a president. And when I show up, it's like, I'd really like to be a president in 5 or 7 years from now. Do you mind if I just pick your brain with different questions every time? And then I always end my mentor session is, hey, how can I help you? A mentorship experience doesn't have to be all one way. The mentee can also add value, but you have to be willing to ask. You have to be willing to be prepared. And with everything, some people are going to turn you down because they may not have enough time for you, but that's okay. Don't pick somebody with fancy status and title. Pick somebody that really has time for you and is really committed to helping people grow and develop.
I love it. So, I mean, I think mentoring is one of those things that's so overlooked, like people just don't search for it. Yeah, could you just expand on like the importance of having a mentor?
Yeah, well, I'll say here's from the corporate center. Do you know that if you organizations in the corporate world that have a mentorship, a formalized mentorship program, the people who get involved in them typically make anywhere from 12 to 24% more compensation, right? Well, how about those people? If you're a racialized person in an organization, you're 9 to 12% more likely to get promoted into a leadership role if you're a part of a formalized mentorship program. And in short, mentors help you connect and engage in an organization. They help you say, here's where the pitfalls are. Here's the political landmines to avoid. Here's how this process works. They speed up your knowledge by years by connecting with a mentor and help you avoid pitfalls. Equally as important, they help bolster your confidence. They reinvigorate, they reinforce your thoughts, and they're a good place to vent and get all like, oh my gosh, you have this. And a good mentor is like slaps you upside the head and says, hey, stop. They're right. Here's what you need to be thinking about. Slow down. Those things, the people that can speak truth to you, that are authentic and genuine, they're invaluable in your career.
Speaking of mentors, like again, back to the early days for yourself, you didn't feel like you had a person that was relatable to yourself, so that meant that you didn't have that mentorship early on. How important is it to break through and be like the first black golfer, like or recognizable one like Tiger, like in all different walks of life? Like how important is it to try and to walk those paths where people haven't done it before, but it's going to lead for other people, and it's going to lead a trail for other people?
Well, let me answer your question this way, right? Because I don't want people to feel like if they have to achieve something with grandiose style and title and status in order to add value, right? So I will say that it's important, no matter what role, status, or title that you have, to remember the people who helped you get there and understand your obligation to lend a hand backwards to help others forwards, right? In the Caribbean culture, we have this word called Sankofa, Sankofa, means looking forward as well as reaching back. And so whether it is the title or the status, it's always important, no matter what your role is, how you can help others with an opportunity to get in the door, right? Now, in my role as a vice president, I feel the weight of that obligation and responsibility even more so because I have the opportunity and the impact to do it at scale. Meaning, instead of as a soccer coach, I could give 1 or 2 people a scholarship. But as the director of athletics, I could give 15 or 20 people scholarships because I changed the way that role is. As a vice president, I now could give 4,000 people scholarships. And so the scale, the higher you get up there, is equally as important. Now, and this is the most important thing, is do we have a responsibility, or how important is it to, I'll say, achieve at the highest ranks? I battle with that as a 50-year-old man. Is it really important to climb the ladder to achieve at the highest rank? Or is it really important to be really good at what you do so that others see you as excellent and want to then aspire to be you?